You're gonna love that Midler.
I look good.
Mars Oprah.
On the ABC Thursday night movie, they're back, Spenser and Hawk.
White pages say you get better with age.
Now they're up against bad cops.
We'll just run you in for resisting arrest.
Keep pushing, drop breath.
And paid assassins.
Maybe we take a run at you. Good luck.
In a small town hiding a deadly secret.
I hear there's a lot of drugs in town. Cocaine.
Robert Urich and Avery Brooks. This time, they're more than just partners. They're crime fighters.
When do we do that? Right now.
In Spenser, Pale Kings and Princes. Pow! And now, the ABC Thursday night movie.
One entry wound in the back of the head, just below the cranial terminus. No other apparent trauma. Exit wound below the left eye. Some brain tissue. No other visible bullet wounds. No apparent trauma to hands. The victim appears to have been castrated. Card from the breast pocket reads, Susan Silverman, Ph.D., Cambridge address. Okay, boys, that's it. Let's get him out of here. I'll do a formal autopsy tomorrow.
Americanas.
Well, you're early.
Am I?
Susan, you're never early.
Hardly ever.
Well, a foolish consistency is a hobgoblin of little minds.
Mike, you're so literate.
Early.
Never count on anything.
We'd like some service at my table, waiter.
Excuse me, we're talking here. Hold on. Wait. Why don't you write down what you want? When I'm through chatting, I'll get it for you, okay? Oh, don't bother with menus, because tonight you were having baked scrod with julienne potatoes and onion au gratin.
You look better than a gin-soaked olive.
You look kind of cute yourself. Except your gun makes a bulge in your pocket.
Something troubling you?
Frank Belson called me. Former patient of mine was murdered tonight in Wheaten.
Sorry.
He had my business card in his pocket.
You
was shot and castrated.
Sounds more like revenge than drugs.
Why do you say drugs?
Well, Wheaten is the central clearinghouse for most of the cocaine in this area.
Wheaten, Mass?
Amazing but true. Tell me about your client.
His name was Eric Valdez. He was about 26, ambitious, aggressive, worked as an investigative reporter for the Boston Herald.
Belson will want to know why he was seeing him shrink.
No?
Got a problem?
Ethically, no. I think solving Eric's murder would be in his best interest.
I see. You want me to find out who killed him?
With my help.
We'll have to see Belson first.
Hey, vodka martini on the rocks with a twist, a side of olives, and I spot some gin on them for Susan.
Young man, you are completely insolent.
Well, I tried, sir. Heaven knows I tried.
Does he have something on the owner?
No doubt.
Excuse me, sir. Do you mind waiting here for a second?
Hey, Miller, you let me know as soon as you got an idea on that floater.
Will do. You been up all night?
That's why I get the big bucks. Thanks for coming, Susan.
Bet you can use this.
Ooh, service.
What ambiance?
We aim to please. Tell me about Eric Valdez.
Came to me several years ago. He was having trouble maintaining a relationship with a woman.
Who doesn't?
He tended to choose women with whom, for one reason or another, there was no real chance of a long-term commitment. Older women, married women, kept looking for love and only finding sex.
We have some names.
He only used first names, and there were a great many.
Lucky Eric. Was he still in therapy when he died?
No, me, no.
With anyone?
I could find out, but I doubt it. After he terminated, he started to write me letters. Nice letters. Got to where I really looked forward to them. He was a nice kid. I liked him.
How'd you get involved with an out-of-town homicide?
A state trooper called me, a kid named Lundquist. He asked me to run a check on this Silverman person.
It's no use to love you, Frank. Tell me about the Wheaten cops.
What, are you saying they're incompetent or dishonest?
Been 18 drug arrests in Boston of people who have bank accounts in Wheaten, or who own bars in Wheaten, or who have relatives in Wheaten. Wheaten PD has made 0 arrests.
So, it sounds like there's nobody in charge out there.
Police chief is a guy named Bailey Rogers. I did business with him once. He's a yahoo. You got a client there?
Well, this is sort of a pro bono deal.
Well, in Wheaton, you'll be the only people on your side. Stay ready.
Semper paratus, Frank.
That too.
Come on.
Eric was born in Venezuela. Great reporter and a good man. You probably know everything I know.
Well, we know he was shot, but we don't know why. What was he working on at Wheaton?
Hi, Laura. There's only one story in Wheaton. Cocaine.
Now you got another story for your front page.
Did Eric choose the story, or was he assigned?
Well, it's a little bit of both. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Let's see, there are close on 16,000 people in Wheaton, 5,000 of whom are Colombians. After the war, they came up here to work the mills. The mills closed down, and then cocaine took over from coffee as a cash crop back home.
My grandmother's from Ireland. Doesn't mean I deal in potatoes.
Potatoes aren't selling for $170,000 a pound.
39 cents a pound for the red-skinned ones.
Eric chased women.
Sure, he was straight, he was single, but he didn't get killed for chasing women.
He's castrated. It's suggestive.
I know, that bothers me too. But Eric had been chasing women since puberty. How come the first time he runs into a jealous husband is when he's investigating cocaine in Wheaton?
Did he file any copy or keep any notes?
A notebook. Take a look. You won't find anything there.
Well, you never know.
I know. I knew Eric. He used to keep everything up in his head until he was ready to go. Then, bam, the story would come out.
That's a pretty unusual way of working, isn't it?
Eric's working habits were, to say the least, unorthodox.
Unorthodox? How?
Look, you're going to find out about this anyhow. Eric would do anything to get a story, even if it meant crossing the line now and again.
You plan on sending other reporters out there?
No. Those reporters I got out there are kids. They're not gunfighters. I leave that to you.
You think I'm a gunfighter?
I know what you are. I'm a newswoman. I had you researched after you called.
Actually, I prefer professional talk.
Hey! Spenser, I'm back. Lady Susan, Dick, heard you were planning a vacation in beautiful downtown Wheaten.
How does he know this?
Kingsley tell you anything?
Nothing we didn't already know. Valdez was a stud, and Wheaten is lousy with coke.
Mention any names?
Yes?
Felipe Esteva.
Esteva?
Canines don't even sniff a hydrant unless he says so. Yellow Pages say he's in vegetables. Long distance say he's big business.
And the biggest business in Wheaten is cocaine.
White Pages say you get better with age.
Anything else in that phone book of yours?
Wheaten be no walk in the park on a sunny day.
Where there's drugs, it seldom is.
Dig, Spenser. You're a freak in the land of the blind. Walk backwards in the daylight.
I don't suppose I should ask you how you know about Wheaten.
Forewarned and forearmed, Susan and I headed for Wheaten. The American dream was born and had once thrived in places like this. But hard times had eroded that dream, leaving intact only the neat New England facade. Our prospects for a warm welcome were not exactly overwhelming. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
That's media hype, pure and simple. Yeah, there's coke here in Wheaten, but there's also coke in the newsroom of the Boston Herald. Why don't you investigate that, too?
First things first. Perhaps you could tell us about Eric Valdez.
Well, there's nothing to tell. It's an ongoing case. And excuse me, ma'am, but I really don't need any help from some smart city hot dog that the Boston Herald brings in.
You don't?
No, I don't. If you start hanging around here, you'll find out just how much I don't.
Do you ever actually chew nails?
Me? You think I'm kidding?
No, I think you're blowing smoke. So that I won't notice that some kid came out here to do a newspaper story, somebody killed him, and you don't know who.
Well, that dumb bastard was asking for it. I mean, these people don't like you messing with their women.
What people?
Colombians. You know what they're like.
Actually, I don't. What are they like?
Well, there's about 5,000 of them here. When the mills closed down, they stayed at home and started producing bambinos.
Bambinos? Chief, if you're going to be a successful bigot, you have to get your minority straight.
Hey, don't lecture me, hotshot. You're the one who thinks they're selling coke.
I don't want to be nosy, but if you know he was fooling around, you might know who he was fooling around with. Otherwise, how would you know he was fooling around, if you see what I mean?
I got an ethical responsibility not to reveal the names of the suspects unless we have proof.
Oh, no, we don't want you to compromise your ethical responsibility.
Good, you understand my position.
Now, let me explain ours. We come to town friendly, even charming, respectful of your law enforcement expertise to ask you to help us solve a murder that took place in your jurisdiction, and you basically tell us to take a hike. So what we're going to do instead is sift through your garbage, find out who killed Eric Valdez, and maybe bust up this cocaine thing while we're at it.
And we will almost certainly lend credence to the theory that you are a major jerk.
You better be careful, the both of you. Lady, doctor, not, don't make no difference to me. You both better be careful.
Well, major jerk, pretty harsh stuff. Are you planning on living in Wheaten permanently?
I need all these clothes.
All of them?
Just hurry up. The sooner I hang up my clothes, the sooner the seduction gets underway. And then we can go for a lovely dinner afterwards.
By the time you get this stuff hung up, I'll be too old for seduction.
See, not too old at all.
Not that old. Kind of old. So, how long is it going to take you to get ready for dinner?
Did we work up an appetite?
Just my normal lust for life.
Or something like that. Let's see. I have to shower.
Yeah.
I'll throw on some clothes. Maybe I should wash my hair. Put some lipstick on. It'll take me 2 minutes.
2 minutes? We're talking boy minutes or girl minutes?
Well,
yeah. So that means I've got about 2 hours. I can go down to the bar and look for clues. No? It's the Red Sox coming up to bat. Tough call.
Oh, my.
Hi, Virgie, how about a beer?
sure.
You staying at the motel?
Yep.
You know, you don't really have the look.
What's the look? Maybe I can get it.
Overweight, in a hurry, drink too much, phony macho. You haven't even asked me if Virgie is short for virgin.
I was just getting to that.
No, you weren't. I got you figured for some kind of ex-jock or something.
Ex?
Well, you're kind of old.
You think I'm old? Huh?
So, what kind of business are you in now?
A sleuth.
A what?
Detective. I'm here trying to find out what happened to Eric Valdez. Are you mad at me because I'm a sleuth? Yeah, Eric stayed here. Did you know him? Nice fella, young fella, Hispanic descent. Liked to talk. Liked women.
I didn't notice.
You don't notice much, do you?
Are you a state cop?
Private. I hear there's a lot of drugs in town. Cocaine.
I wouldn't know about that.
You know Chief Roger?
No,
Philippe Esteva?
no.
If a fellow was looking for a little action around town, where would he go?
Here?
Here? Look, Virgie, if you were me...
If I was you, I'd go home.
Keep the change.
The ABC Thursday Night Movie, brought to you by Sears. For all of your holiday shopping needs, come see the merry side of Sears.
Hey Santa, I know just how you feel. Our wish list is unreal. Sears knows you have a lot to do and not a lot of time. So for the men on your list, we've put all Levi's men's jeans on sale. All his favorite styles, all sizes, all Levi's men's jeans, all on sale now. Just in time for the holidays at just the right price. Come see the merry side of Sears.
Honey, where's the remote?
Just use the remote locator, dear.
With Magnavox, you just push a button, and the exclusive remote locator beeps, telling you where it is. At Magnavox, we make technology people want. Smart. Very smart.
Hey, Santa, I need a great gift.
Easy. Count on Craftsman. Just look at these powerful gift ideas. There's something for everybody. Your choice, just $29.99. Craftsman for Christmas. Only at Sears and Sears hardware stores.
Okay, folks, remember, it's only going to appear once. The elusive blue-backed whale.
I've been saving my whole life for this.
You're kidding.
Some gums lose flavor fast, leaving you looking for another piece. Too bad she wasn't chewing extra sugar-free gum. It's the one with delicious, refreshing flavor that really lasts.
Maybe somebody got it on video.
Extra lasts extra long.
Hey, Santa, I need some ideas.
This week, Sears' entire stock of men's Dockers is on sale. Like Dockers Wrinkle-Free Twill, just $29.99 through Saturday.
Come see the merry side of Sears.
From director Steven Spielberg, a holiday joyride for the entire family.
Are you related to Mighty Mouse?
With Robin Williams as Peter Pan, Julia Roberts as Tinker Bell, and Dustin Hoffman as Hook.
You need a mother very, very badly.
Hook, this Saturday at 8, 7 Central on ABC.
Spenser, Pale Kings and Princes returns in a moment here on ABC.
Dive into the holiday spirit when Santa Claus and Rodney Dangerfield join Bob Saget for an hour of surprises that'll have you smothered in fun on America's Funniest Home Videos. Then, Lois and Clark get trapped in a virtual reality game, leaving Superman virtually powerless.
You're going to die.
An all-new Lois and Clark after Funniest Videos Sunday.
People use the Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages to find things. But what if you're trying to find help for a personal problem, or a family, or a neighborhood? You can still turn here. Here in the blue pages, in the Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. Look, hotlines, counseling, senior centers, parks, libraries, government phone numbers, real help. So when you've got a problem, don't panic. Just turn to an old friend with a big heart. Bell Atlantic, the heart of communication.
Grandma, this year I want everyone to celebrate the holiday at my house.
Oh, that's a big responsibility.
I know, but I don't mind the
Ham, turkey, unexpected guests, soup.
I have just one favor.
Yes, dear?
Can I use your recipes?
Oh, you want my secrets for the spiral carved honey glazed ham, my mouth-watering roasted turkey, my soups?
Yes. Would that be a problem?
Oh, I don't mind. Just remember, order early.
Call 1-800-HAM-5-HAM for your holiday meal. Ham Sweet Ham, the first and last word in holiday tradition.
Let's look at the Magnum Power Sales Event one word at a time. Magnum, as in Magnum engines, as in Dodge Dakota pickup. A little bigger, a lot better. Power, we're talking Dodge. Overall, the most powerful line of truck engines on the planet. Sales, how about up to $3,000 off Dakota? An event? Well, that means this special offer ends sooner than later at America's Truck Stop, the new Dodge.
Jim Gardner, Dave Roberts.
We continue with tonight's movie.
Hey, Wally. You know where me and the missus could score a little blow in this town?
Hey, I look like Frosty the freaking snowman.
We figured you for a happening guy, Wally.
Very subtle.
Want to try?
I am a Harvard-trained communicator. Watch this. Excuse me, Wally. Did you know Eric Valdez? The man who was killed?
Yeah, I ain't no information, please, neither, okay?
What a pleasure working with a pro.
Yeah, that'll be $1.25, pal.
So much for Harvard training.
Buck.
Have a nice day.
Susan and I split up. She took the left side of the street. And I took the right. Figured we could talk to twice as many people. Or raise twice as much suspicion. We attracted a lot of attention, but of course, no one seemed to know anything. Where ignorance is bliss, 'tis folly to be wise. No strangers here, just friends we haven't met.
People seem to be standing in line not to talk to us.
Well, they know who we are. The detective from Boston and the lady shrink. I've been disliked before, but never so thoroughly. People I haven't met dislike me.
Well, at least we haven't been assaulted.
Well, not yet anyway, and when that comes, and it probably will, it may not necessarily be a bad thing.
You assume that if we keep hanging around and being annoying,
It's one of my specialties.
that someone may make a run at us?
Mm-hmm. And then we'll thwart them, and then we'll know something.
You're sure we'll thwart them?
Always have before.
So, essentially, we're just floating around like a lure on a bass pond, stirring up enough movement until something takes a bite?
A lure on a bass pond?
Yes.
Yeah, it's sort of like that, yeah.
Very encouraging.
That's what I do.
And you do it so well.
And this time I've got you along with me.
The library?
Well, we can't learn any less than we've learned so far.
True. Personally, I'm tired of rejection. Why don't you do this alone? It'll give me a chance to go through Eric's notebook.
All right. Stay here. Don't blow my cover.
Excuse me. Listen, afterwards, why don't we rent another car, double our efficiency, so I don't have to hang around outside waiting?
Gosh, most women would be thrilled to do that.
You have a rich fantasy life for a man your age.
Good morning.
Morning. Can I help you?
Well, I hope so. I'm doing a study on immigration patterns in central Massachusetts.
Yes?
And I was hoping you might have a book on Wheaten.
Too bad you didn't come next spring.
Really? Why?
We're publishing one, the Wheaten Archival Commission.
But not till next spring.
Unfortunately, but I could provide you with some of our findings.
Oh, it's very nice of you.
Mom, you got my lunch? Yes, under my desk. Make sure you get some milk on the way to work.
I'm late now. I'll get a Coke at the machine.
Brett! My son. Oh, could I answer some of your questions?
Well, it's very kind of you. Now, I know about the post-war Colombian migration. I'm more interested in the impact of such a large and sudden influx on a small and, might I say, insular community.
Well, tension, of course, between the resident community and the Hispanic newcomers.
All too common occurrence.
We're no different here, Mr.
Spenser, with an S, like the poet.
Caroline Rogers, welcome to Wheaten.
How do you know I'm not a local?
I'd know if you were from here.
Of course. Well, I don't mean to perpetuate a stereotype, but what about drugs?
Afraid you are perpetuating a stereotype, Mr. Spencer. Sadly, there are drugs in Wheaten as there are everywhere in America. They're not peculiar to those of Colombian descent.
Oh, of course not, but my study is concerned with the economic impact of narcotics. I read there was a big drug trade in Wheaten.
Assume you read that in the Boston Herald.
Well, I often use the media to evolve a context for my research.
In my view, it exploits Wheaten to sell newspapers elsewhere.
So all the cocaine stories are false.
More than a town librarian can say.
Well, what about Mrs. Rogers, citizen?
You're very persistent, Mr. Spencer. What university are you with?
When all else fails, tell the truth. I'm not really a researcher. I'm a detective, trying to find out what happened to Eric Valdez.
You know that my husband is the chief of police?
Bailey Rogers?
Yes. These questions should be addressed to him.
I did that.
And?
He did not encourage me.
Nor will I. I surely do not appreciate you snooping around under false pretenses.
What other pretenses are there? Wow, what do we have here? The Blues Brothers?
Is that supposed to be funny, Jack?
Yeah, was it too tough?
You think he's funny, J.D.?
These nice policemen were curious as to why I was parked here.
Eternal vigilance is the price of liberty.
I explained to them you were researching the recipe for that lovely salmon loaf we had for dinner.
No, they're both funny, J.D.
Maybe they'd like to spend some time down at the station in the back room where it's quiet.
Got places to go, people will see.
We're not here to play games with you, Jack. Maybe we'll just run you in for resisting arrest.
You want to see resisting arrest? Keep pushing, Trout Breath.
Oh, he thinks he's tough.
Thinks he's a big deal.
Tough? Big deal? That kind of sums it up.
You're in town all but one day and you're already in trouble with the police.
Wait till you see what I can do in a week.
We'll be watching you, smart guy.
Put a shine on those shoes, mister.
Okay, Major Jerk wasn't a gem, but Trout Breath?
We gotta go rent a car. Hold a salmon loaf for me, huh? I'm gonna cruise around, see what's behind me.
There's someone behind you?
Maybe.
Well, maybe I should come with you.
Hey, I do the thug work, you're the therapist.
Okay, I gotta make some phone calls anyway. Eric's notes were a big zero. Maybe he was seeing a therapist here. I'll see if I can find him. Or her. Probably her.
You don't belong here, pal. It's been explained to you.
Baseball bats.
You don't seem to understand. We're gonna make that clear.
You think the car understands?
Not yet. Now it's your turn.
My turn, huh?
You shot me! Charlie! You shot me! Can you breathe? You okay?
You know, it's dumb to group up like that. I could shoot all of you.
Come on, give him some air. Give him some air! What are you supposed to do now?
Just calm down. I shot him in the thigh. It's a flesh wound. You know, and I might shoot you too. Now get him the hell out of here before he bleeds to death.
Come on, Charlie.
You too. Amateurs. Let's go. There ought to be marshmallows.
Every few years, the world gathers to witness an unparalleled sports spectacle, the Truckathlon. And to compete, you have to have a Ford Ranger 4x4, because you'll need its switch-on four-wheel drive for truck long jump. Its four-wheel anti-lock brakes for truck discus. And its whopping 4-liter V6 for truck hurdles. The Ford Ranger 4x4. You can't win without one.
Next event, truck pole vault.
Yes!
How to catch the holiday spirit and keep it.
Video cameras are sometimes very important because then you could capture memories.
Only Sears has this Panasonic camcorder with a free starter kit.
Memories of your past?
And 0% finance charge till June.
If you forgot something in the past, you just need to look at that tape and then you'll remember it.
New Bounty Medleys introduce the most colorful country prints in the country. They're the Quilted Quicker Pretty Upper. Because they're a world of color. Prettier, cozier than ever before.
The Quilted Quicker Pretty Upper.
All new Bounty Medleys.
Silver bells,
Silver bells!
silver bells,
Silver bells!
Look what's popping up at Burger King. Toy Story puppets from Disney's latest adventure movie, now in theaters. Get all 4 high-quality puppets for your kids. $1.99 each with any great-tasting value meal.
ring-a-ling. Hear them sing.
Soon it will be Christmas Day!
So how's your headache?
Well, it's gone. That was fast.
So the Tylenol I gave you worked, even on your really tough headache.
Tylenol worked great, even on my tough headache.
So you were wrong.
I was wrong.
More than aspirin, more than ibuprofen. For headaches, doctors recommend extra-strength Tylenol the most.
I like a guy who can admit he's wrong.
I'm wrong a lot.
I'm here at Mulots to prove that new Ultra Ivory can clean the toughest greasy pots and pans. Hi, who is this guy? I'll buy you dinner if you'll clean the blackened steak pan. Here's the pan.
Oh, no.
And we'll add a little ivory. This is new Ultra Ivory. It's concentrated, just to prove how tough it is. That's nice. No other liquid cuts tough grease better than new Ultra Ivory, even in cool water.
I didn't believe it would do it. Look at that.
Well, I guess I owe you for dinner now.
New Ultra Ivory. Tough on pans, not on hands.
When kids connect with a special adult friend, the results speak for themselves.
Oh, he keeps me on the right track. He tells me what's right from wrong. I really felt loved, like I was a special person.
I think she raised my self-esteem a lot.
Because if I always want to reach for the stars.
Now you know what having a special adult friend can mean to so many kids. So get involved. Call a volunteer organization in your community. Maybe next time they'll be talking about you. It's time to put children first.
Sunday, Deidre Hall's inspiring true story that touched the hearts of millions.
Infertility is like giving up the dream of ever having some little child's voice call you mommy.
Her personal triumph will move you to tears. Never Say Never. The Deidre Hall story, Sunday on ABC.
Monday on The Marshal, they were jailbirds.
They killed a federal judge.
But now they've flown the coop to find each other. Can McBride crash their wedding? It's an all-new Marshal.
Deputy U.S. Marshal, you're under arrest! Are you ready for some football?
Then the league-leading Kansas City Chiefs invade Miami to battle Dan Marino and the Dolphins. It's Monday Night Football after The Marshal on Action Monday.
So, aren't you glad you didn't take your own car?
You're always thinking of me.
You think the police were involved?
Amateurs. Even small-town cops know what they're doing in an emergency. These guys had no idea. What am I going to tell the rental company?
Oh, I tell you, it's always amateurs on the job that get people hurt.
I wouldn't worry about it. These guys were more interested in beating up the car. Just tell them it blew up.
Still could have been the police. I mean, there was no traffic on the road.
Well, they could have been diverting traffic. And again, there's not much traffic on a road like that anyway.
Either way, somebody was involved in covering up something.
Yep.
So, I guess this is progress, in a way. Unless next time you get killed.
It's hard to do that.
Well, that's what I count on.
And tomorrow we'll check the hospital. Look for a guy with a gunshot wound.
And tonight, we can go have some salmon loaf and warm muscatel. Are you ready? What is it? What room is Joanne? Oh, 312.
Hi, I understand a gunshot victim was brought in last night.
I just came on.
Could you check for me, please?
Are you a relative?
An interested party, yeah.
How you doing, Jennifer?
Hi, Dave.
You going to the softball banquet Friday?
I don't know. I may have to work.
He was shot on the left thigh above the knee.
Somebody got shot?
He says so. ¿Dónde te duele?
You got a record of it on the sheet?
Nothing on the night sheet.
Somebody got shot, we'd have heard about it.
Thanks. I'd love a parade.
Care for some coffee? Yes, please. Could I have some skim milk?
Skim milk.
Mm-hmm. Or 1%'s okay.
Mr. Spenser?
Yeah, sit down. You want some coffee? This is Dr. Susan Silverman.
Hello. Hello.
Juanita.
How do you do?
I've been following you.
I know. You drive an escort? You were in the emergency room in the hospital? You want to tell us why you've been following us?
I was getting my courage up. I was a friend of Eric Valdez. I want you to find his killer. You think he was some terrible Colombian drug lord.
Chief Rogers thinks it was a terrible Colombian husband.
Chief Rogers is a bigot and a pig.
Who do you think it was, Juanita?
I don't know. But I don't want everyone assuming it was a Colombian. We are not all vicious criminals.
Of course not.
You and Eric were close?
Not the way you mean. We were friends.
But he liked women.
Yes.
Married women. Married Colombian women.
Not all Colombians are whores.
Juanita, you want to find out who killed Eric. You also want to protect the Colombian populace of Wheaten. Maybe you can do both, maybe we can't. Maybe the truth is the best we can do.
It's hard, Juanita, to get at the truth sometimes when you think you know in advance what the truth ought to be. You can trust him. I know.
Was Eric Valdez sleeping with a married woman?
Emi Esteva.
As in Felipe Esteva?
As in Felipe Esteva.
The drug person.
Very big drug person.
Cream. You stole this from the motel.
Theft in the pursuit of justice is no crime.
So last night I started calling up therapists while you were out burning your car.
Boys just want to have fun.
No one knew Eric.
No surprise.
But here's a surprise. One of the people I hadn't called up yet was a certain Juanita Olmo.
She's a shrink?
Apparently. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, do that. Here we are, Walker Street.
Home of Felipe Esteva, drug lord.
I'm looking for Mrs. Felipe Esteva. Emmy?
Esmeralda.
Handsome dog.
Who are you?
My name is Spenser. Could we talk?
No.
Did you know Eric Valdez?
No.
Told you did. Told you were, intimate.
Who told you that?
Were you?
You must be a complete fool to come here and even hint at such a thing.
Well, if you're gonna go for it, why not go all the way?
You know, Mr. Spenser, if I say so, the dog will tear you apart.
What, this sweet little dog? Dogs love me.
So, was she charmed by you?
Oh, infatuated. She threatened to sick her dog on me.
Dog? I thought it was a pet rhinoceros.
Mr. Esteva asked me to drop this off for you. Thank you, Brent. How are you?
Good, thanks.
How's your family? Good.
I always wanted to say that.
Who is he?
Bailey Rogers' son.
The police chief?
The one and only.
Oh, how convenient.
Yep, the chief of police who says that Eric Valdez was killed by a jealous husband.
A role, according to Juanita Almo, that is played by Felipe Esteva.
I get the sense that the good Dr. Silverman doesn't think that Emmy Esteva was Eric's type.
Not from what I know of him. But you spoke to her. What do you think?
She wasn't exactly Snow White, but I never argue with the doctor.
Would that rule out Esteva?
I have no idea.
So, why are we following the boy?
Got nothing else to do.
Wow, it's great working with a pro.
Thanks so much.
Hey Santa, I know just how you feel. Our wish list is unreal. Sears knows you have a lot to do and not a lot of time. So for the men on your list, we've put all Levi's men's jeans on sale. All his favorite styles, all sizes, all Levi's men's jeans, all on sale now. Just in time for the holidays at just the right price. Come see the merry side of Sears.
Okay, let's meet at Red Lobster in an hour.
It's Red Lobster's ultimate feast. All your favorites on one plate. Rock lobster, roasted shrimp, fried shrimp, and snow crab. Hurry, the ultimate feast ends soon. Happy holidays from Red Lobster.
Why would you want to live in this dark world? Step into the light with silk and mist pantyhose from Legs. Sexy, sheer, luminous. Illuminate your legs and be beautiful. Irresistibly sheer, irresistibly you. Silk and mist. Nothing beats a great pair of legs. What makes Lubriderm feel so clean on your skin? A formula that's unexpectedly water-based, combined with pure ingredients for a heavy-duty moisturizer that doesn't feel greasy. Lubriderm. See you later, alligator.
Where will you be when your battery decides to die? It's hard to say. So if your battery's more than 3 years old, maybe now's the time to replace it with the Die Hard battery. At Sears Auto Center.
Out of all the California champagnes under $9 ranked by the Quarterly Review of Wines, Tots was named #1. So this holiday, why not serve the best? Tots, rated the best California champagne under $9.
Tuesday, a kidnapping pits Andy and Bobby against the FBI.
Gentlemen, grateful for your cooperation.
Maybe we can detail their cars. But when Sipowicz gets an inside source, will he stick it to the Bureau?
We gotta notify the FBI? Screw the FBI.
NYPD Blue. Viewer discretion advised. Tuesday on ABC.
Spenser, Pale Kings and Princes, starring Robert Urich, returns in a moment, here on ABC.
Friday, your kid is rambunctious, even overactive, but is that a reason to put him on drugs? Many schools think so. A national outrage? Plus, we've all thought about it, but she actually did it. She made herself into a living Barbie doll. 8 years, over 20 cosmetic procedures to go from this to this. An eye-opening 2020, Friday.
An ABC News Brief. Now from Washington, Chris Bury.
Good evening. President Clinton today submitted a 7-year balanced budget to Congress. But the Republican House Budget Chairman says, quote, the plan gives smoke and mirrors a bad name. The FBI today began arresting more than 400 people nationwide who allegedly tried to cheat the elderly out of millions through telephone marketing scams. More on that story later on Nightline. That's News Brief.
Hello, this is Nancy from Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield.
Nancy, a friend of mine told me about your $0 HMO for people on Medicare.
Yes, it's called Key Care 65.
Well, frankly, I'd like to know how, in this day and age, you can give me so much protection for $0 a month.
3 reasons. First, KeyCare 65 is available through a contract with the federal government. All you pay are low co-payments or nothing at all.
That sounds good.
Second, KeyCare 65 covers preventive care like routine physicals to help treat small problems before they become big, costly problems.
That makes sense.
Finally, your primary care physician coordinates all your health care, so you always get the proper care in the proper setting.
Is dental care covered?
It can be, for just $10 a month.
For free information, call 1-800-410-6655. 1-800-410-6655.
Last week in Erie, a guy named Doug played Keystone Jackpot. He didn't win. Yet this week, Doug is a very happy man. Why is Doug so happy? Because you didn't win either. No one did. That means there's a lot more money in this week's jackpot. $12 million. So maybe it's better you didn't win yet. Anyway, good luck this week and play smart. We're rooting for you. Doug isn't. Doug is rooting for Doug.
Colder weather is on the way. We'll check the AccuWeather forecast at 11.
We continue with tonight's movie.
Go, Fred.
Suitable for distributing coke?
Or turnips.
Definitely not turnips.
Do you know who I am?
Ricardo Montalban? I loved you in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
I am Philippe Esteva.
Are you sure? Because I saw Ricardo once at the Palm Restaurant on Santa Monica Boulevard. He had a coat just like that. You're getting into bad trouble, amigo. That's an easy mistake to make with the coat and all.
Today you went to my home and talked to my wife. Why?
I wanted to ask her about Eric Valdez.
Why?
Heard you knew him.
From who?
Confidential.
Maybe Cesar can make you change your mind.
Maybe Cesar can't.
I don't like you talking to my wife.
The cops say Eric Valdez was killed by a jealous husband.
You think I killed him?
I don't know.
You think he had an affair with my wife?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
Maybe I'll kill you for saying this.
Or maybe you'll kill me because I was thinking you were Ricardo Montalban would approve Cesar's tough, or because you had a bad day and you're grouchy. I understand the possibilities. But every time you say it, I gotta think of a smart answer to prove it doesn't scare me. It's a waste of time. We've got a lot more important things to talk about.
Is he yours?
More or less.
He is a very hard case.
You have no idea.
You think maybe I killed Valdez. And Emmy is mad at me for killing him, and will tell you all about it if you ask her.
Happens.
Emmy doesn't have affairs with anyone. If she did, true, I would kill him. But she doesn't. She loves me and she respects me.
That's nice.
Do you have any other questions to ask?
Some people think Valdez was killed to keep the lid on the cocaine business out here.
That a question?
Yeah.
What cocaine business?
The chief's son drives a truck for you.
Nice kid. A little slow, can't do much. No harm doing the police a favor.
Did you send some guys out to Quabbin Road to roust me?
You think I'd tell you if I did?
I don't know. I just wander around, ask questions, and annoy people, hoping something will pop up. It beats sitting on the roof looking through a spyglass.
But it's much more dangerous. So now you know. I'm a grocer. And you will not trouble me or my family again. Great. Give them some grapes. It's a long drive back to Boston.
It's working. They certainly find you annoying. Did you know that a recent survey showed that women found shaving to be one of the sexiest things a man does?
I've done sexier.
Like what?
Yeah.
You Spenser?
Who is it?
Name's Lundquist. State Police. You've been trying to reach me?
Timing is lousy. Come on in.
Wait a minute.
That's Dr. Silverman. She's working on the case, too.
Could we save the formalities for later? Talk to the man about his timing.
I have, darling.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am. Look, I talked to Frank Belson. He says you're looking into the Valdez killing. He says you're almost as good as you think you are.
Dr. Silverman and I were just discussing that.
Yeah. I got something that might interest you. You want to take a ride?
Sure, give me a minute.
A minute?
Well, 10 minutes. Professional hit.
Shot from behind.
Just like Valdez.
What happened?
Mrs. Rogers. I don't know. Sorry.
I can look.
There are better ways to remember him.
When they catch his killer, I want him to know that I saw what he did. Carolyn? Can I do anything? I loved him. He's your son. He doesn't know yet. How are we going to tell him? I can help. I'll be there if you'd like.
hell's he doing here?
Gee, Henry, anything he wants, I guess.
You could get into trouble.
Last guy I heard say that just left in a body bag. So you got the details?
Yeah. Black and White found the body at 6:02 this morning. Forensic says Rogers was sitting in his car when he was shot, probably from the back seat. Big caliber. Ballistics will give us a read.
Caught by surprise?
Well, Rogers' gun was on his hip. Snapped fastened.
How long has he been dead?
Well, blood had dried and he was starting to rigor. My guess would be he bought it sometime after sundown. Medical examiner let us know for sure.
I'd like to know what the ballistics have to say about the gun.
Okay. Now I got one for you. How does Juanita Olmo fit into all this? From what you told me, if she's so Hispanic defensive, why is she pointing you towards Emmy Esteban? You think she's just trying to do the right thing?
Maybe she's in love with Esteban, wanted the wife out of the way. Maybe she was in love with Valdez. Maybe this is a crime of passion after all, and we've been looking for the wrong green-eyed monster.
Maybe she killed Valdez herself.
Maybe that too. Did you hear about the bonfire on Quabbin Road?
Yeah, I did. Any thoughts?
Amateurs. If I had to make a guess, I'd say the late, great Chief Rogers had something to do with it. Now, one of the amateurs' name is Charlie. He's got a hunk of lead in his left thigh. I want to check it out.
Okay, thanks. Listen, you hear anything? You might want to give me a buzz.
Instead of one of Wheaton's finest?
You know, somehow I thought you might say that.
Hey, Santa, I need some ideas. This week, Sears' entire stock of men's Dockers is on sale. Like Dockers Wrinkle-Free Twill, just $29.99 through Saturday. Come see the merry side of Sears.
New Grand Cinnamon Rolls from Pillsbury.
They're ready. Shh.
The most enormous, ooey gooey, luscious,
Should we wake the others?
Not yet. The kids were up late.
indulgent, irresistible,
Well, what about Mr. H?
He should rest.
completely decadent cinnamon rolls ever.
Hey, aren't your parents visiting?
Let them sleep.
New Grand Cinnamon Rolls.
They're not just big, they're grands.
He told me he needed more space. Uh-oh. Said he needs to feel more power and control in his life. Well, what's he want to do? He wants a Cadillac DeVille.
Now DeVille is better than ever, because now it has the North Star system and its extraordinary combination of comfort, safety, security, and performance. Nothing else feels like DeVille from Cadillac.
I told him to order two.
Peter Barnes can't wait to shake his cold. Pills take time to dissolve, so he'll rush relief with the effervescent power of Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. It's ready the moment you take it, rushing powerful medicines to soothe your aches, relieve your runny nose, free your breathing. Nothing rushes relief like Alka-Seltzer Plus, or rush relief with new great-tasting orange-flavored Alka-Seltzer Plus.
Imagine a video store where the hits are never out of stock, no late return fees, free delivery, and thousands of movies. Stop dreaming. Get DirecTV. Over 50 channels of movies, and I choose when I want to watch them. Hits, classics, new releases, beamed in digitally for great picture and sound. Imagine never hearing, "Please be kind, rewind."
This holiday season, put DirecTV in the 18-inch dish at the top of your list. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Hey, Santa, my time's getting short.
The perfect gift for the guy with every Craftsman tool? A Craftsman tool storage organizer. Sears has just about every size at great prices. Craftsman for Christmas. Only at Sears and Sears hardware stores.
Court's back in session. Villanova invades Purdue, or Florida State battles DePaul. It's ABC's college basketball presented by Prime Star, Saturday.
Next Thursday, a special tribute to Frank Sinatra with one-of-a-kind performances from the biggest stars.
That's
With Patti LaBelle,
That old man river.
Ray Charles,
Well, that's why, lady,
Hootie and the Blowfish, and more. An unforgettable celebration. Sinatra 80 Years My Way next Thursday.
I didn't understand my girlfriends growing up. I'm in love, and it was a different guy every 3 weeks. I didn't understand that.
The safest form of sex is no sex.
People will tell you, everybody's doing it. Well, then you'll have no problem finding somebody else to do it with them, will you? I don't look back and regret ever not taking up an opportunity of sleeping with someone.
No sex. Secondary virginity is what I practice, which means I've had sex in the past, and now I've stopped. The next time I will have sex will be when I get married.
Respect yourself, protect yourself.
I'm still checking out the therapist angle.
How's Carolyn?
She's in shock. Guess it's just gonna take time.
And Brett?
You know, it's the strangest reaction for a boy to have who's just lost his father. Get the sense they weren't very close.
Were you able to acquire all these delicacies right here in Wheaten?
I appreciate the opportunity to display my unique culinary ability.
Let me get the corkscrew.
Oh, don't bother. It's Wheaten.
Hello?
We should talk. Meet me up on Quabbin Road. You know where it is.
Unfortunately, yes. See you in a minute. Lundquist, he's got something for me.
Oh, well, I guess this will give me the chance to do some follow-up.
Afraid dinner's gonna be a little late tonight.
Must be at least 2 weeks old.
I got the medical examiner's report. He was shot early evening. Cold weather confuses things a little, but not by more than an hour. His last meal was a fast food burger and fries. Washed it down with a beer.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
Mrs. Rogers says her husband went to work in the morning like he always did and never came home. She said she wasn't worried because his work often kept him out at night.
Out all night in Wheaten? Maybe drinking on the job wasn't his only vice. So he went up there in the dark to meet two people he knew.
You know, one person alone would have sat in the front seat. And no cop on the planet is going to let two strangers in their car while he's sitting on his gun.
It wasn't a date. Two women, one of whom was carrying a gun.
How about a meeting with a bagman that went sour?
Better. We got a dead chief of police in a town where the drugs are controlled by one Philippe Esteva.
Yeah, you think so. Maybe I think so too, but we haven't proved it yet.
Hey, there hasn't been a murder in Wheaten in 40 years, and all of a sudden we've got two?
One looks like a jealous lover, the other's a professional hit.
You're trying to confuse us. Doing a good job.
But get this. We got a preliminary ballistics report. Now, it took some time because the gun that killed Rogers was an oddball caliber. It's rare in these parts. It's a 41.
41. Let me guess. Same caliber that killed Eric Valdez.
You got it.
Oh, yeah. Hell of a disguise.
Trying that informal look, all G'd up like the natives.
I'll never guess. Just passing through?
More than less. Surprise.
No. Want some breakfast?
I'd rather drink air. Drums say you've been spreading your charm around. They're ready to lynch your ass.
I'm finding that charm will only carry you so far.
You finally learning.
Okay, Esteva has a packing plant on River Street. We need to know what's going in and out of there. And I want to know what the Rogers kid is doing for him. He's 17, 18 years old, about 5'8", 130 pounds. Has shoulder-length, dirty blonde hair. Last time I saw him, he was wearing maroon Letterman's jacket with a big W on the front.
On to Wisconsin, so what's so special?
He's the chief of police's son.
And
I sort of like his mom.
We're gonna save her, too?
Thought we might.
Some things never change.
I got a baker's dozen here. You sure you don't want one?
Not this morning.
So, you think Juanita knows anything else?
Well, she knows something, but it's not what she told us.
I'm not sure she's going to tell us anything more. Maybe I should talk to her.
Bad cop, good shrink?
Yeah, that's a coin of phrase. I tell you, from when I found out about her, she's not everything she appears to be.
Well, who is?
You.
Nobody home? Rest of the staff on break?
I am the staff.
Ada Rogers is dead.
I won't pretend I'm sad.
No reason to.
Do you think there's any connection to the Valdez killing?
Why can't it be a coincidence?
Maybe it is. But thinking it's a coincidence doesn't give me anything to do. Thinking it's not a coincidence gives me places to go, people to see.
Why did you tell us about Eric and Mrs. Esteban?
I thought you should know. She's a whore.
Who else did she sleep with besides Eric? What, you'd rather not say?
Nope.
Were you sleeping with Eric, Juanita?
I do not wish to talk to you anymore.
Maybe so. But people are dying.
I want you out of here right now. If you don't, I'll call security.
Yikes. Was Emmy Esteban sleeping with your boyfriend? Oh, that went extremely well.
She's frightened. Feel for her. Perhaps she had a passion for Esteban, or Eric, or both.
I'd say more than perhaps.
Us shrinks never say more than perhaps. It would be inappropriate.
Oh, us detectives do. Perhaps there's more.
Perhaps there is. In the meantime, I have a moral dilemma.
Which is?
I think she's a phony. She has a degree from a school that doesn't exist anymore, if it ever did, and yet she has a license on her wall. Now, it takes someone with connections to make those things look good.
Like Esteban.
Perhaps. So there's my dilemma. Should I turn her in or not?
Well, let's sit on it for now. Maybe we could use it for leverage later.
Okay. Now, what next?
Oh, you're the shrink. What do you usually do when all else fails?
Lunch.
Lunch. Who's minding the dope pushers?
Big, there I am, ever vigilant. Standing outside the factory, and who should appear but the son of Chief? Gets into his van and traverses to a town called Matapuaset. Picks up several crates marked fish. U-turn, stops for lunch in a town called Carver, and skillfully improvising, I hijack his van. Voila! It wasn't fish, Ator.
Is that cocaine?
About 200 pounds, thought it might be useful.
Take it all?
Negativo might scratch the paint.
Does the kid know it's gone?
He didn't see me take it, but he probably knows now.
All right, so we were right about Esteban. Now we got a little bargaining chip.
The coke?
And the kid, we've got him for possession. We can squeeze him if we have to.
Well, only if we have to.
Look, I signed on to find out who killed Eric Valdez. If I can do that without burying the kid, I will, but I'd rather squeeze Esteban.
When do we do that?
Right now.
I guess this is thug work again?
Times 2.
Well, I'll just go back to the kitchen, walk around barefoot.
Employees only.
It's today your birthday.
What did you say?
It's today your birthday.
Don't you hate to have to repeat stuff?
Your girlfriend was right. You were a harder case than I imagined.
We got something you want.
Any chance you're wearing a wire?
Be my guest. Not Cesar. Him.
Ray.
No liar's got a piece.
Same.
Same.
My friend, you have about 100 keys of cocaine that belongs to me.
And you don't know where it is.
Reason you're still alive.
Any reason will do. Now here's the deal. You put the kid out of the rackets, give him a nice severance check and forget him.
And?
And give us who killed Valdez.
Like that?
Yep.
You think I know who killed Valdez?
Yep.
Maybe we take a run at you.
Good luck.
I'll consider your terms and get back to you.
About them Celtics?
Yeah, it's true. People prefer the taste of Crispix Mix to the usual party mix. But does that really make a difference?
Look at the time.
I've got to get to my aerobics class.
Right, she's got a headache.
Crispix Mix has a special recipe, that unique Crispix cereal look.
More Crispix Mix?
And that exceptional taste guests prefer. So this year, make Kellogg's Crispix Mix and party on.
Where will you be when your battery decides to die? It's hard to say. So if your battery's more than 3 years old, maybe now's the time to replace it with the Die Hard battery at Sears Auto Center.
You're watching the amazing cleaning power of new Soft Scrub Gel. So powerful, it cleans this tough stain right before your eyes with no scrubbing. Then it rinses clean away. New Soft Scrub Gel.
Managing a family's like managing a business.
But moms don't get sick days.
There are deadlines,
You're late.
cash flow issues.
Milk money. Thanks, Mom.
So when coughs interfere, moms reach for the fast, soothing relief of Robitussin.
I trust Robitussin. It works.
In fact, it's the brand doctors and pharmacists recommend most. Now Mom can handle crucial management decisions.
Mom, can we keep him?
Robitussin, recommended by Dr. Mom.
They're in the shapes of little portals. And when you walk, they bark.
Shopping for the holidays? Come to Wendy's for a Monterey Ranch chicken sandwich. It's a whole breast filet, Monterey Jack, and ranch dressing with bacon. At least you'll get one thing you like this holiday.
Hey, Santa, I need some ideas. This week, Sears' entire stock of men's Dockers is on sale. Like Dockers wrinkle-free twill, just $29.99 through Saturday.
Come see the merry side of Sears.
2 weeks from tonight, Matthew Modine, Harry Connick Jr., and Eric Stoltz.
That's the crew of the Memphis Belle, huh?
They were just boys.
You guys have finished 24 missions. One more and you get to go home.
But Uncle Sam made them men.
Let's do this job the best we can. Leave the rest in the hands of God.
Now, one last mission.
Everybody, hang on!
could mean the wings of victory
Bandit, 12 o'clock hot.
or the edge of destruction.
We gotta dive.
2 weeks from tonight, Memphis Belle, here on ABC.
Spenser, Pale Kings and Princes returns in a moment here on ABC.
In business, you can't always count on having enough time. But you can count on AT&T, because only AT&T guarantees you a competitive price. Our 1-800-COMPARE Center will give you an immediate side-by-side price comparison, and we're so sure that our prices are competitive that if you don't agree, we'll give you 1 month's worth of long distance up to $500. These days, you can't count on much, but you can count on AT&T for the life of your business.
Hello, I'm Mark Howard. Tonight at 11, he is 17, headed to prison for life. Get the latest as a skinhead killer cops a plea. Scientists erupt in joy. The Galileo space probe gives them their closest look ever at the planet Jupiter. A pull of the handle pays off to the tune of $6 million for an Atlantic City slot player. And a Monopoly game means a big payday for a famous hospital. And we're not talking play money. A Michael Jackson update and a potentially nasty weekend from AccuWeather at 11.
Hi, I'm Jerry Stackhouse of the 76ers. The Sixers are teaming up with the Boy Scouts and Channel 6 to help feed the hungry. Bring a can of food to the Sixers game on December the 11th. Let's stack the cans against hunger. We'll see you at the game.
Just think about it. A McCain 5-minute fry. It's like boom! I mean, you're in, you're out. It's the ultimate rush. I mean, I, being a McCain potato, was born for this job. I don't know. I just have this need for speed or something. This is such a rush.
And it's kind of nice, too, because for the moms, because there's less time cooking and there's more time for doing mom things.
Oh, for crying out loud.
What?
New 5-minute fries from McCain. Real fries from the oven in just 5 minutes. McCain, the world's #1 French fry.
Star searching with one of the boys this week on Visions.
We continue with tonight's movie.
Spenser.
Yeah?
If this gets any better, I can't stand it. This place is a stone New England charmer.
Didn't I order red wine?
Affirmative.
This is port.
This is Wheaten.
So, you think Estevez is gonna go for it?
As soon as world peace is declared.
He's not gonna give anybody up, is he?
No, he does that, and his Colombian compatriotas will box, crate, and ship him.
Yeah, but it can't hurt to stir things up a little bit.
Unless he decides to do us.
Probably already thought about that.
Not the first to try.
What if he didn't kill Eric Valdez?
He still wants you off the planet. Your local talk show is bad for business. Yo, this place still open?
Yeah. It's good news and bad news. Good news is it's still open if you're hungry. The bad news is it's still open.
That's right. Don't suppose you want to dust Esteban and go home. Sooner or later it's going to come to that.
Esteban is the best lead we have right now, but we ought to have a little talk with young Brett.
You mean show him the benefits of early retirement?
Uh-huh.
Snot goes that steel trap mine.
Mrs. Rogers?
Hello. How are you?
Managing, thanks.
How's Brett?
All right.
Is he here?
Yes, he's in the family room.
We need to speak to him, Carolyn.
About what?
Can we come in?
Certainly. Get him? Brett, you remember Dr. Silverman?
Hi, Brett.
This is Mr. Spenser.
Brett, there's no point in circling around this thing. Yesterday, a man took 100 kilos of cocaine out of your van. Out on the highway near Carver. He was working with me.
You took it?
A friend of mine took it, yeah.
What's going on here? I was doing a job for Mr. Esteban.
Brett wouldn't know what was in that truck. He's a boy running errands.
I wasn't running errands. Mr. Esteban trusted me. He put me in charge of it.
Brett.
Now Mr. Esteban is mad at me.
Brett? What was it that he put you in charge of?
Cocaine. Mr. Esteban said I was the only one that he trusted to move the drugs. And you've ruined it.
Have you moved drugs for Mr. Esteban before?
You've ruined everything. I had a good job, and he trusted me. And you ruined it.
Can't you leave him alone? He was simply doing what his boss told him to. He's a 17-year-old boy. He isn't responsible.
I am responsible. And he trusted me. You ruined it.
It's the first job he's ever had. No one ever trusted him before. His own father thought that he would never be able to...
You get out of here!
Brett, you give that to me right now. Now, Brett.
It's mine.
Now. Come on.
Where'd you get the gun, Brett?
It was mine. You gave it to me.
Your father?
No. I turned all Bailey's guns over to the department.
We need to know where you got this gun from, Brett.
Why is that important?
It's a .41 caliber revolver. Same kind of gun that killed your husband. It's extremely rare. We need to know.
Sorry, Mama. Sorry.
It's all right. We'll fix it.
We can't fix it till we know where he got the gun.
You don't have to say it out loud. Why don't you whisper it to your mother?
Whisper it to me. It's okay. You can always tell me secrets. It's okay. Felipe Esteban.
You run this through ballistics, and I think you'll find it's the same gun that killed Bailey Rogers. You and I are both too old to believe in two .41 caliber revolvers in the same case.
True. And of course you don't want to tell me where you got it. We could kind of insist.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah. What about Prince?
Wiped them?
You wiped them? Of course, you wiped them.
But stay tuned, there's more to come.
Yeah, I'll just go. Just get out of my car. I'll let you know. Wiped them.
You get anything else?
That's it. Thanks. When ballistics proves that the same gun who killed Rogers, it'll mean that Esteban pulled the trigger or had it done.
Of course, the gun wasn't registered.
No, so all we're left with is the boy's word.
This boy did it himself.
He didn't do it.
You're so sure,
Widows and orphans.
but you don't want him to testify.
Boy's in no shape. Neither is the mother. He'd get chewed up on the stand. He's all she's got. And she's definitely all he's got.
Without him, you don't have much of a case.
Remarkably accurate. All we got is a trunk full of coke with no explanation, because we can't involve the boy.
Brett, rest of us safe. Call Lundquist.
Why?
Without Brett Estevas safe. Damn, you're good.
Company.
This be her minister calling. He's in for a shock.
Carolyn!
Not a minister.
Hey! You okay? Stay put.
We could shoot each other. Who would care? Who would know?
You're not telling me everything.
I'm naturally reticent.
You know, we get him down to the station, he won't be so damn reticent.
You know, you weren't a brother police officer, Henry. I think you were speaking of coercion.
Hey, pal, this is my town now, you know?
How? Spencer, this whole thing better come together soon.
Remember me? Yeah, you were in the waiting room when I was looking for the guy I shot in the thigh.
Yeah, that was Charlie. He's okay. He and his brother used to do odd jobs for Bailey.
Well, it's pretty odd.
You guys are playing against a stacked deck. Esteva has everybody in this town in his pocket. You're gonna go to the motel, they're gonna search your room, find a couple of keys of cocaine.
Did you tell Lundquist this?
No, I'm only telling you because I don't want any more part of these murders. They put you away for coke, Henry ain't letting you out. None of you.
You gonna be there?
No, I'm gonna go to L.A. Got my dog in the truck and 1,000 cash saved.
Now look, if you're looking for a job in L.A., there's a homicide cop named Samuelson. Tell him I told you to call.
Thanks.
Diogenes would have liked him.
Honest man.
You still think you're gonna be able to keep her and the boy out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Fine. I'll choreograph the dance with Lundquist.
You might stay away from the motel.
Splendid idea.
Finding out Little Caesar's new stuffed crust pizza is a better deal at only $7.99 results in a kind of wacky happiness. A large cheese and pepperoni stuffed crust pizza at Little Caesars for just $7.99.
Pizza, pizza.
I wish this could last all night. All night, all night, all night.
Duracell. Oh, it can. And tomorrow night, and maybe the next night, and the following day. The copper top. No battery is stronger, longer.
It happens in the hospital. It happens at home. It's the onset of heartburn. It's an attack of acid indigestion. For these stomach flare-ups, the #1 choice of hospitals is Maalox. Hospitals know that nothing works faster to rush heartburn relief. Now you know it too. Fast-acting Maalox. Hospitals can count on it for speed, and that's just what you need. Maalox, the first choice for hospitals, the fast choice for home. In fast-acting Maalox tablets too.
How much closer are our precision heads? Our innovative lift-in cut system? How much better is the latest Norelco? In a word, we've never brought you closer. The Norelco Razor, our closest shave ever.
Hey, Santa. I need some ideas.
This week, Sears' entire stock of men's Dockers is on sale. Like Dockers wrinkle-free twill, just $29.99 through Saturday.
Come see the merry side of Sears.
Can a face really launch 1,000 ships?
It can with L'Oreal's new Visuel. Perfect makeup coverage that covers invisibly.
It's an about-face.
Now, Visuel's pure water-based formula blends smoother, feels lighter, looks even more natural than before.
Ladies, time to rewrite history.
Blended with a micro-translucent complex, Visuel perfectly balances skin tone.
Don't you see? Invisibility.
New Visuel Invisible Coverage Makeup. Visuel by L'Oreal.
Sunday, Deidre Hall's inspiring true story that touched the hearts of millions.
Infertility is like giving up the dream of ever having some little child's voice call you mommy.
Her personal triumph in overcoming the odds will move you to tears.
I have to have this family.
Deidre Hall and Daniel Hugh Kelly starred in Never Say Never, the Deidre Hall story, Sunday on ABC.
Friday, how could the president of superstar Selena's fan club kill her own idol? You've heard about the trial, but you've never heard her. 2020's exclusive interview from behind bars with the woman who killed Selena. 2020, Friday.
Last week in Erie, a guy named Doug played Keystone Jackpot. He didn't win. Yet this week, Doug is a very happy man. Why is Doug so happy? Because you didn't win either. No one did. That means there's a lot more money in this week's jackpot. $12 million. So maybe it's better you didn't win yet. Anyway, good luck this week and play smart. We're rooting for you. Doug isn't. Doug is rooting for Doug.
Doctor gave Brett something to sleep.
What about you?
I want to be awake in case he needs anything.
Is he all right?
He'll be all right.
Is there anything we can do for you? Or Brett?
Brett's different, you know. He's a little slow. He could never be the son that Bailey wanted, no matter how he tried. And he could have been a good father, but he didn't know how. With a boy like Brett. Appearances were everything to Bailey.
It's okay, Carolyn. You can tell us.
Bailey got Brett the job with Esteban. I begged him not to do it. Bailey acted as if it was a good thing. The produce business. It's a laugh. As if working for a drug dealer was a good thing. Bailey would know all about that. Like like father, like son.
Bailey worked for Esteban.
I gave him extra money. Free nights to spend.
He was having an affair with
Emmy Esteban. I had to talk to someone. Our doctor sent me to a social worker at the hospital.
Juanita Olmo? And you told her about Bailey and Emmy?
Yeah.
What is this? What do you want from me?
the truth, Juanita.
I don't have to stay here.
Yes, you do.
You lied to us. Not only that, you betrayed a patient's confidence. Bailey Rogers and Emmy Esteban had an affair, and you knew it. Now Bailey Rogers is dead. Eric Valdez is dead. Brett Rogers was almost dead, and the Wheaten police, they're trying to shoot me. We got a predicament here, lady.
I know you feel loyalty to Felipe.
Yeah, he got you to the almost didn't he?
You told him about his wife's affair with Bailey Rogers.
So Felipe killed him.
Yes! But he's not the one I told.
What?
I told Eric Valdez.
Eric, why?
Because I loved him. I'd do anything for him. He was always asking me if I knew anything that would help him expose the cocaine business. So I told him what Caroline had told me about Chief Rogers.
That he was taking Esteban's money. That he was sleeping with Esteban's wife. So Eric was blackmailing Rogers for inside information for his newspaper article.
So Bailey killed him.
He would have had to.
So, can you make a legal case out of this?
Brad and Carolyn and Juanita want to tell all they know.
Please. I told you everything. I like to be alone. Please.
You gonna turn her in?
Oh, I can't let her continue. She's done too much damage. I think I can convince her to leave on her own, though. It would be the least humiliating.
We can't go back to the motel. I want you to stay out of sight. Tomorrow, it'll be done.
I got no official status here.
If things go bad, you could be in trouble.
Things go bad, I'll be dead.
Things go good, you could be in trouble.
You know where I made captain. You told Esler you'd meet him here?
Yeah, to send him back his own coat.
I'll try to kill you.
Yeah, when he does, we'll stop him and then he can arrest him for attempted murder, or at least for the biggest drug buy in Wheaten history. And nobody else have to testify.
You're using yourself as live bait just to spare those women.
And the kid.
You trying to make Captain, he trying to make Saint.
Now, what about you?
Fear. Anything happen to him, I got to deal with the wrath of Susan.
Well, I guess I'll go find myself a front row seat, huh?
You sure you'll come?
Yeah.
Same reason he gave the boy the gun.
It's not business anymore.
Never was.
Henry, check the cocaine.
I'm so disappointed in you, Henry. You're a disgrace to the uniform.
Hello, pig.
You know, now that I see in the daylight, you don't look anything like Ricardo Montalban. He has much more charisma.
Hard to the very end. My friend, you're the last scale to balance. Like Bailey Rogers, your insults have become intolerable. Before I kill you, I want you to know I'm going to do it.
Oh, I have miles to go before I sleep.
How about those Hornets rain? Dance with me, Henry. Come on. Heel, heel, top.
Brenham.
Spenser.
What was that all about?
You want him to know?
Why'd you let him go?
Seems like a good idea.
You understand this?
Seems perfectly clear to me.
Hello, I'm Mark Howard. Coming up, more troops are headed for Bosnia duty from area bases. Police say this man killed 2 teenage girls to settle a drug debt, and hundreds are arrested in a crackdown on a telemarketing fraud. AccuWeather and more coming up.
How to catch the holiday spirit and keep it.
Video cameras are sometimes very important, because then you could capture memories.
Only Sears has this Panasonic camcorder with a free starter kit.
Memories of your past?
And 0% finance charge till June.
If you forgot something in the past, you just need to look at that tape and then you'll remember it.
I do not drive to work. I do not drive to get from point A to point B. I do not drive to run away from the world. I just love to drive.
The new 1996 Monte Carlo. Personal space from genuine Chevrolet.
Now there's a better way to keep warm. Microwave heated warmers from Deer Foams. Each has a microwavable core that warms you wherever you go. The secret is MicroCore. Minutes in the microwave and it stays warm for hours. In back warmers, seat cushions, hand warmers, scarves, earmuffs, and even a bread warmer. So give the warmest gift of all, microwave heated warmers from Deer Foams. It's easy to see how much people love them. At fine stores everywhere.
I just wasn't satisfied with the way my headache medicine was working. And then my doctor told me about a medicine called Arutis.
Of all the prescription pain medicines, 82% of doctors surveyed have prescribed Arutis. And now it's available in a non-prescription strength. Potent new Arutis KT. Just 25 milligrams is as effective as 400 milligrams of Motrin IB, 440 of Aleve, or 1,000 milligrams of extra-strength Tylenol.
Now I've got Arutis KT.
New Arutis KT, the potent medicine for pain.
We were walking in circles. I'm still dizzy. I never want to see them all again, ever. I just want to stay here and watch a movie.
Take a holiday from shopping. Make it a blockbuster night.
He made the grade. Now Tommy Callahan III is ready to make his mark. Chris Farley. David Spade.
Yikes.
Tommy Boy from Paramount, rated PG-13.
Santa effects are coming, Santa effects are coming, Santa effects are coming, Santa effects are coming to your town. Watch out, look around, Santa's we're coming,
New Coca-Cola Santa Packs, the only real holiday refreshment. Look for this display at your store.
Holiday refreshments like we're free. A proper Santa pack, it's always the real thing. Santa effects are coming, Santa effects are coming.
The ABC Thursday Night Movie, brought to you by Sears. For all of your holiday shopping needs, come see the merry side of Sears.
So, no one will have to testify?
I'll have to testify. Corporal Lundquist will have to testify. I don't see why. The women and Brett would have to. Oh, I hope so. That'd be fun to watch.
What about Emmy Esteban?
Gone. Nobody knows where.
What, just gone?
Could be a long way away.
So that's all. No other frenzied affairs of the heart.
Unless one counts you and me.
One does.
I'm Forrest Sawyer, coming up on Nightline. Telephone con artists. They prey on the old and the vulnerable, and they get away with stealing $40 billion each year. What kind of person would do that? You'll meet someone who did. He knows the